Hey guys, so I'm going to go ahead and do a video tonight. We're going to cover the disappearance of Amanda Nenigar. Now, this has been popping up in the missing persons. This is a young lady who disappeared. She was in Blythe, Arizona, which is like right on the edge in between Arizona and California. And her car was found. She was not. All her belongings from the car were gone, and it's an absolute mystery, and everybody's been searching for her ever since. I'm going to go ahead and show some of this video. It's not too terribly long. It's only 10 minutes, but I'll show a little less than that. From Brian's Mysteries and Adventures on Trail. He broke it down pretty good. So I'm going to show this so you know what we're doing.
About the disappearance of Amanda Nenigar. She's a 27-year-old woman from the area of Blythe, California, which is on the border of Arizona. Before we get started with this video, I just want to say this is extremely frustrating and upsetting because of various reasons. A, there was a lot of confusion with the police when she made her original 911 call, and B, because
she did make a 911 call.
Reports are all contradicting
I just learned that tonight.
There's so much discrepancy. I'll have all that in the description if you want to read, and you'll see for yourself. This is a map of where she was living. That small little red dot is the town of Blythe. I'm going to have a satellite picture coming up here just to give you a little bit better idea, but it's just a very, very small sort of desert town on the border of
I lived in Arizona. It's very small.
One of the discrepancies in the media is that they say that she was last seen in Blythe on February 28th of this year, 2024, but in reality that's impossible based on what I'm going to tell you. Amanda is 27 years old. She's got blue eyes, blonde hair. She's 5'3", roughly 175 pounds. She was last seen wearing a pink hooded sweatshirt, black leggings, black and white tennis shoes, a small slim bracelet, carrying a pink purse. She's got a tattoo of a rose on her hand, which was shown there. I'll have a better picture of it coming up here later. This whole case basically took place on California Route 78, which I have a map of here. It basically runs all the way across. Which is really weird.
The cops didn't search it. You'll see in a minute.
The coast. From what I could put together, Amanda was traveling to Palm Springs. On February 27th, she made a 911 call. She reported that she was stuck in a ditch. She couldn't get out. She was trying to give the dispatcher where her location was. I'm going to actually have a recording of that later. Now that left red X is where I think she was stuck. That yellow dot in the middle is where the 911 call was routed to. Red yellow X on the right is where her car was eventually found. This is just an image of what California 78 looks like for the majority of it. As you can see, it's just a road going through desert mountain towns. The 911 call was routed through the El Centro Police Department, which unfortunately is where a lot of the problems began. Because instead of searching on 78, if you look to the right on this map, 95, it's where they searched for over 30 miles and spent hours searching 95, not 78. Instead of 78. These are some more pictures of Amanda. She was driving a 2010 Toyota Camry blue. I'm going to have a stock image of what that car looks like. This is the car right here, not hers in particular, just what the car looks like. This is what the car looked like when the family found it. The police didn't find it. The family found it on March 7th of this year, 2024.
The family found it.
The way they found it was very odd. The back tires were up on a boulder. It appeared to have damage, and none of her belongings were found inside the vehicle. It was found in a remote area south of Cibola in La Paz County, Arizona, somewhere off of this road. I'm going to have some other pictures to kind of give you an idea. According to her sister, there was no reason for her to be in that area. They have no idea why she would have been in that area. She had never been in that area before. I'm going to have another map up. I know this is very confusing and frustrating. Let's listen to the 911 call that we do have.
There's 911. See, she said Highway 78.
That's all of the call that was released. Now again, Some sources say that her car was found within a mile of where she made the call, but the majority of the sources say that the 911 call was made somewhere in the Anza area of California, which is roughly 145 miles away from where the car was eventually found.
That's
Here's
weird.
that map again for an estimated guess of where I think the call was made, the yellow dot where it was routed to, and then finally on the right where the car was ultimately found. Amanda does have family in La Paz. She was familiar with the area, but not the area where the car was found. This is La Paz County, the red dotted lines. So at this point, the La Paz County Sheriff's Office took over the investigation. They searched using helicopters, on foot, using drone teams. They have found nothing. Here's another picture of Amanda, a better picture of that rose tattoo on her hand. Unfortunately, in the press conferences that the sheriff of La Paz has given, it doesn't appear to be a good outlook. So I got to thinking, how would her vehicle end up that way on top of a boulder? Then I thought, what if it's some kind of tow truck ring of criminals, or a company, or maybe just one guy or a couple of guys, maybe a tow truck.
I would stop it right there because I don't want to know too much, and I don't want to go into his ideas too much. But that's pretty much what we're looking at. But I was just kind of meditating on some things, and with some other decks that I have, and I'm wondering if there's a lot of speculation if this could be human trafficking. There's that, looking for women that are stranded and various things and stuff. So let's go ahead and let's just kind of dive into it and look at it, and then I'll try to get some keywords like you guys know. Now I'm going to use a different deck. This is a homemade deck, so it's very crude and stuff. So let's see what Spirit has to say. This one's stuck together. Okay, so I do get the card out of state. Now that's a tricky one because we had Arizona and California. So does Spirit mean they're not even in Arizona or California anymore? That's very concerning. Okay, that they might not even be, could they be in Mexico? I do get the card buried. Okay, this is going to be really hard. Okay. That's interesting. I've got the card spiritual warfare. So there's some darkness. So that makes me feel the person, whoever did this to her, is got some demons. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now the card says move in a new direction. So this makes me feel that even though she was going this way, she went another way. Okay, so there is that. Okay. But I do get buried. Let's see. Now, I don't feel a boyfriend did this, but the boyfriend card is popping up. I don't feel a boyfriend does this. I don't feel that's what it is. I do get the card many years. This could be a while. But I'm wondering if a boyfriend knows something about the direction she went. I do get the card stop making the same mistakes. That makes me feel law enforcement is made some serious mistakes in this. Let me kind of go ahead and look. I get a husband. Now, this is something that was interesting that was popping up for me. Calling all angels. Yeah, we definitely need to do that for this. More than one knows. What I was kind of feeling when I was tuning in earlier before I went on there is there might be a husband and a wife comes up and like a couple to help her, but then something else is more sinister. Okay, and stuff is what I was kind of feeling. Far away was one of the cards that popped up, as well as husband, when I was just kind of sitting here by myself. I also get the card release anger, like someone is very angry, just in general, of a person. I do get the card cover up. I have a feeling somebody, it says will return, that normally means will return to the scene of the crime. Okay. So something makes me feel, let me pop this up here. The boyfriend part that makes me feel somebody may have talked to her. I don't feel a boyfriend is behind this at all. Okay. And stuff, but maybe somebody she was seeing, maybe they talked to them, maybe they said a few last things to them or something like that. And might have a little bit of information. But the husband card, see, when I was sitting here by myself before I recorded anything, I got husband and wife was actually what I got. So I'm feeling like somewhere with, she may have been lost or trapped or whatever, just like that 911 call. But I feel like a man and a woman is what pulls up. Okay? And stuff like, and they were like acting like a married couple. But I feel something bigger than that. Like, that many, kind of thing. Okay, that there's something there. Now I know that that person said something. What if somebody's listening to police scanner? That makes me wonder. That's a possibility because I know these, sex trafficking things are weird, but I do get the card buried. Now, does that mean her or does that mean evidence? Okay, so let me go ahead and withstand that because what if, sometimes in human trafficking they're still alive. Okay, so there is that and stuff. So let's go ahead and read tarot. We're going to read thought for this and stuff, and it'll let us know, what we're looking at here and stuff. But I feel she's far away. She might not even be in the country anymore. That's a possibility. We'll kind of look at that. I do have some traveling cards in tarot that could possibly indicate some things here. So, whatever it is, though, I can say that the person who meets with her, and there's the defeat card, that's the battle card. The person that meets with her is a married person. Okay, can't say that. It's possible it might have been a couple, but I definitely get someone who's married because I pulled husband twice. Once when I wasn't recording, and then right there. But it is weird. Why would they be searching 95 when she's on 78? Maybe they were going by pings. Okay, it's got the deck. We should receive some kind of news or communication soon with the Princess of Swords. Some other evidence may be found in another area. Okay, so we got the Fool, which can be about trusting sometimes. Okay, you know. I feel for the most part she was happy at the moment. I've got the happiness card. And I'm trying to look at why she was even traveling because that's the big mystery. I do get the lovers popping up in there. Now, like I said, husband and wife. Is there a husband and wife team that pull over here? Okay, because the lovers is popping up in there and everything. But I feel like she was happy. She wanted to go out, maybe like go ahead and travel. But then the lovers pop up in there. I feel this is a man and a woman who somehow meet her. Okay, there's that. It's not just a man, it's a man and a woman. See what we got there. Something happens very fast with the Knight of Swords. I feel she may have been taken to a home or a house. Maybe said we would take her to a home or a house. I think her cell phone was dead. I do get the failure card and stuff. Law enforcement is looking at her. They've made some mistakes, and I think that's why the failure card is next to the Emperor. Like searching the 95 doesn't make any sense. Why would they do that? Okay, the family found the card, not them. I do get the death card, so I do feel she's not with us. But I'm getting the feel of a man and a woman are the ones that somehow meet her somehow. Okay? I do get the sorrow. I know this has caused a lot of sorrow for the family. I feel she tries to defend herself because the strength card, which is the Knight of Wands, can be about defense. Yeah, that's the Scorpio card and stuff. That sometimes can be a dark figure. I do feel justice will be served. Okay, that's good. I feel it's going to take a little while. It might be even in the month of Cancer we find something. Is she? Is it? Yeah, I know everybody's worried about her. I feel they could possibly find her though, believe it or not. But it's going to be a while. It might go all the way into the Cancer month. Hold on. She's far away. Three of Wands. She's far away. I feel the Princess of Cups represents Amanda. How about the Hermit and stuff? So that makes me feel, yeah, it could be even Cancer, even for going all the way in the month of Virgo. Let me go ahead and roll some dice. It could be a while before she's found. I have a feeling she could possibly be found, which surprises me. The numbers 4 and 9 are significant. I've got Gemini showing. I feel like a man and woman is involved. Gemini is the ruler of lovers. Okay. Location is hard. And I have my pen right there. Okay, Amanda Nenigar, 228 is when she disappeared. Blythe. I hear border of Mexico. I feel she's not maybe in Mexico, but close to the border. I hear San Juan. Hold on one second. I'm not super familiar. I know I lived in Arizona, but hold on one second. That's probably, it might be a place in Mexico or something. Where is San Juan, Mexico located?
State of Jalisco. According to Wikipedia, San Juan de los Lagos is a city and municipality located in the northeast corner of the state of Jalisco, Mexico, in a region known as Los Altos.
Okay, let me see if I can find it on a map. Yeah, and that would be San Juan is close to the border of Mexico. It might be a little further in. There now it doesn't mean she is there, but people may have gone there. San Juan del Rio. Let me try to see it on a map. That's a little further in. Somebody that may have found her may have went there. Okay, so there's that, possibly. State of Jalisco. Northeast corner of State of Jalisco, Mexico. Okay, but that might be a little further off. Hold on one second. California border and Turkey. I know this sounds weird. Okay. I hear Roadrunner. Hold on one minute. I know there's Roadrunners out there, but I know that sounds weird, but that might be pointing to a place. Let me do it this way. Blythe, Arizona, and Roadrunner. This might be an area. I know this sounds weird, but there might be an area there is road runners like that actually frequent. Okay. I hear the word Mercury. I don't know if that's related to like a vehicle or a section. Hold on, let me try this way. Blythe, Arizona, and Mercury. That's weird. Oh, okay. It's called the Mercury News. Seriously, guys, right there, I had the word Mercury come to me. The very first thing that popped up and stuff when I said Blythe, Arizona, and Mercury is an article about Amanda and stuff. It's in the Mercury News. It's the very first thing that popped up. Let's look at the article. Maybe there's something in it. That's freaky. And stuff. It's called the Mercury News, and all I said was Blythe, Arizona, and Mercury, and an article about Amanda pops up. Okay, so maybe there's something in this article. Let's check it out. Okay. This was published March 19, 2024. La Paz, Arizona. Police in Arizona, California asked for help. Oh, that's freaky. That gives me the chills. Because Mercury is just kind of a weird thing to hear. And then that pops up in an article about Amanda. Okay, that's freaky. Amanda was last seen by California. A car was abandoned in rural Arizona desert a week later. Okay. La Paz sheriff. Okay. And a cross-state search has grown more mysterious as she's only 27. Let me write that down. My personal fear is going to be recovery. Yeah, it's going to be recovery, guys, unfortunately. Okay, so let's look at this article because Spirit wants us to look at it. According to authorities, Nenigar was last seen in Blythe, California on February 28. Sheriff said she lives in the area but frequently drives to La Paz. So driving is something she's done. Other family members live, visiting family. But the thing is, I didn't hear anything about, like, at least what I've seen. I haven't seen too much on it that maybe that she was announced. Like, did she just hop in the car and was going to go? Okay, it's the way the car was found. Yeah, it was parked on a boulder. The rear end of the vehicle was on a large boulder. When you have a vehicle that's abandoned and you don't have the kind of inkling where the person has got or anything, it all seems very odd to us. Yeah, somebody stuck it there. He said they had to work backwards with by police to put together a timeline. So let's look at this article because obviously Spirit wants us to look at this Mercury article. The day before she went missing, February 27, a sheriff said Nenigar did call 911, and we heard that call after part of it at least, after getting stuck in a ditch, but the ditch was nowhere near where her car ended up. We do know that there was a 911 call. Sheriff said he personally has been searching the ground with crews for multiple agencies. Okay. Yeah, I mean, how does that car get on the boulder? I mean, I feel the car was ditched, guys. I feel the car. Somebody ditched that car. Okay. All right. So there's that and everything. But that's freaky, guys. I mean, I just heard the word Mercury and it's called the Mercury News and it's right there at the top. It's an article about her. That's crazy, guys. That's freaky. Okay. All right. Let's get back to it. I hear bluff, bluff. Okay, so what about something with bluff? So hold on. Blythe, Arizona, and Bluff. I mean, obviously, okay, there's Blythe, but something with the word bluff in it. I'm looking. I'm trying to find. Okay, Mesa Bluffs, Blythe. There is a Mesa Bluffs in Blythe, California. Okay, so it's not Blythe. I'm not trying to sound like a dumbass, but it's not by Arizona, but Blythe, okay, so there is a Mesa Bluffs. Blythe, California, and Mesa Bluffs. Okay. There is something called Mesa Bluffs, Blythe, California area. Okay. because I was hearing Bluff and Mesa Bluffs, Blythe. And let me see. How far is Mesa Bluffs from Blythe, California?
The drive from Blythe to
Very
Mesa
close.
Bluff Village is 6.2 miles.
Okay, not the village. Not the village. Okay, so that's a village. Unless she lives there or something. Maybe she lives in Mesa Bluffs. I don't know. Okay, let me set that aside. She's further out than that. Okay. Getting a weird word. Hold on. Maybe it's the way I'm hearing it. Blythe, California and Stratagard? That's not a word. Hold on. I feel like they're trying, like the guides are trying to say something. It almost sounds like Stratagard, but that's not a word. Okay, so Strat. Okay, let me set that aside. I'm not sure. Let me try to focus. Blythe, California and Cornucopia. That's a weird one to hear. But what is that? Hold on. Okay. So I was hearing, I know it's kind of weird, but I was hearing cornucopia. I know that's a weird thing, but it pulled up this image and it says California cornucopia of the world. And it says room for millions of immigrants. It's like an image, acres of government land. Okay. It's just like this weird image. But there's, so I feel like what Spirit's trying to say is that she's on some kind of government owned land. Okay, like something that may be like, now I notice it says railroad and private land for millions of farmers. So I feel like what Spirit is saying, and I know this is, I know I'm trying to narrow it. It's really hard to do. Um, I feel she might be near something with a railroad and some kind of government land. So let me write that down. Some kind of government land, like land that's being used for some kind of government purpose. Okay, there's something with that. And also something with farmland. Okay, there's that. And let me focus. But I feel like she's on like the Mexican border. Like she's close to Mexico. But I feel she's still here. Not crossed the Mexican border. Possibly buried. But I don't feel she's with us. But I feel like it might be a woman and a man who stop her. And maybe she was trusting because it's a woman. There was a woman in the vehicle. I feel a woman is there too. Hearing like black and white. I'm not saying for people necessarily, but something. Hold on. Blythe, California, and black and white and government land. I know it sounds kind of weird. And I don't feel it's people. I think they're trying to point me to something different. She's further than that, though. Let me try to focus numbers. Life, California, and Highway 78 and 213. Okay, I know there's California 78. There's not a 213. Why is it 213? 213. It's 210. Blythe, California, and Road 78 and 210. I'm hearing 213 and 210, but I don't see anything related to that. I am not sure exactly how that is. Hold on, unless they're saying I-10. Blythe, California, and Highway 78 and I-10. I don't know if it's connected. I know there is an I-10 in Arizona. I don't know if they could be connected somewhere there. I hear dugout. I hear remote. I hear aerial. Like if they get planes above, they might spot something. Like they need planes to find, like a helicopter or planes to find this. That they could possibly do this. I know she was wearing pink. I feel like some clothing might be found that will lead to her. That's about the best I could get, guys, on this and stuff. I think I'm kind of drained at the moment. But so I feel like she might be like toward the border of Mexico. And I was hearing this San Juan. Now I know it kind of leads us something further, but unless there's something else that's San Juan at the border, I'm not sure. Something where road runners run around and everything, but I also hear the word bluff, like maybe something that has the word bluff in it, as possibly a railroad, and there might be a government thing, and then also near farmland, but something with government owned land. I feel like not very far away from and everything, but I don't feel she's with us, guys, unfortunately. I wish I had better news on that, but I feel like a man and a woman is kind of, even when I was tuning in beforehand and stuff, and then that husband, like a married couple and stuff, makes me feel like that they may have, like, sorry, my camera is acting all weird. I'm getting used to a new thing here. Um, but I feel like maybe a married couple is what actually pulls over to supposedly help her. I do hope this helps.